Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Frugal Father, and in today's video, I want to talk about the 14 essential personal finance checks to do before the end of the year. As we're getting ready to prepare for Thanksgiving and then get into December, the last month of the year, these are things that we want to look at in our personal finances to make sure that we're on track. The first one is our savings goals. Did we meet them? Did we exceed them? Or did we fall short? Looking at where you are and to see if you did fall short, how. Be honest with yourself. Have that open and honest conversation. Okay. Also to see, look at your cash flow. How did it go? Did you have enough cash coming in? Did you not? If you didn't, how can you fix that? Do you have to adjust your taxes? Do you have to adjust your retirement savings? Or do you have to pick up a side hustle? These are things that we need to look at in number one. Number two, see if you spent more than you made. That's where that budget comes in. Hopefully, you all have been budgeting and trying to stay on budget, but looking at all your areas and all your categories that you made. Um, your home categories, your utilities, your mortgage or your rent, car payment, all that stuff, and then also looking at your flexible, which I call flexible expenditures like food, because you can always increase or decrease that spending, and your entertainment budget. Number three is to review your budget versus your spending. So maybe you budgeted everything correctly, but you had money saved at the end of the month, and you spent some more money than you really should have, and maybe you should have been saving it. So just reviewing your budget versus your spending. Review all your tax stuff. Make sure that you're ready. Did you make all your donations? Did you contribute to your traditional IRA to get the tax benefits? Do you need to adjust anything with your taxes from your employer, or self-employment tax, anything like that? So just reviewing your tax situation. Next is review your credit report. Always pull your credit report. It's free every year. Go out and look to see if anything went up, credit score, or something is on there that shouldn't be on there. It's again, it's free, and it's a great time to always check to make sure that it's up to date. Um, and then, of course, correcting any of those errors on that report. You have to check for reoccurring expenses. Did they increase? Do you have like budget billing? Do you have things that you're paying for on a monthly basis, like a membership, or um, or maybe something that you forgot, right? That you had on a reoccurring basis, but you're not using anymore. Maybe a Hulu account that you've only used it once this year. Making sure that if you don't need it anymore, that you get rid of it, right? Reviewing those charitable contributions, making sure that you have made sure your donations are in order, your paperwork for those donations that you've made are in order, you've recorded them correctly, and that you can deduct those on your upcoming tax bill. Reviewing your savings account, making sure that you're getting the best interest rate possible. um, Shop around, check to see if other banks are offering better rates, or you're finally ready to open that high yield savings account, stuff like that. Next is to cut unnecessary expenses. Again, looking over that budget to see like, what did I really not need this year, or what did I really not use this year in your budget? And if it's time to get rid of it, then it's time to get rid of it. And if you need to add something, because life happens, then you have to add something because life does happen. Um, Review your goals that you set out for yourself if you had any. Whether you set them in January, you set them in May. Review how you did, right? Was just your goal just to save, extra $20 a month? Increase your 401k savings by 1% a year? Was it to save for a vacation? Or was it to maybe buy land? What did you do, and how successful were you? And if you weren't, what were those roadblocks in the way, and how can you work to remove those roadblocks in your life? Of course, looking to make sure that you have maximized, if you can, all of your retirement plans to the max extent allowable. Whether it's your IRA, your 401k, or your 403b, making sure that you've maxed them out if you can, and do any catch ups again if you're over the age of 50. Next thing is updating your beneficiaries. That is super important, making sure that all your beneficiaries on any accounts that you have, whether it's life insurance or checking accounts or whatever the case may be, that they're updated, right? Life happens, things happen. You want to make sure that your money is going to go to the right people um, that you designate. That you designate. And last but not least is get a will. If you have not done so already, go get a will. Go get a will, or maybe see if there's an end of year sale on a cemetery plot. I know it's sort of like bad, gloomy news that nobody wants to talk about, but it is part of life. And if it is something that you can do, I definitely encourage you to do that because that way it's set up, your will set up and done. Um, and if you can get a great deal on the cemetery plot, go ahead and you have the money saved. Go ahead and get that done too. That way, expenses are taken care of. And last but not least, review health insurance, whether it's medical, dental, vision, a health savings plan, review all of it. Um, some people, it might be open season for them. So just to make sure that you know the new rates, you know what's covered, what's not covered, and if you need to make any changes in your plans. So that's it, guys. That's my essential personal finance checklist as we get towards the end of the year. Hopefully, if there's anything that I missed or that you think should be added to an end of year list plan, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video.